Molo Sanbonani, hello, how's it? Good morning, and happy Friday. Welcome to another episode of Vuka Nazo. Goodness me, has it been not an interesting first week? Remember, if you love the show and want to find out more, find us at our website at www.bigdaddyliberty.com. And of course, we are on all of your social media sites. All of that information is in the descriptor of this video. With that being said, let's get straight into the news. All right, we begin here this morning, staying with the issue from yesterday on coalition agreements around local government politics. This time, not in KwaDukuza, but in the city of Port Elizabeth. That's the Nelson Mandela municipality, where right now the DA has just announced that it's signed an agreement, a coalition agreement with quite a lot of parties indeed, as it looks to oust the ANC party in that part of the world. You'll remember the ANC and the DA got effectively the same number of council votes, I think 48 apiece, with the ANC having pipped the DA in the last council election in order to gain power by a single vote. So things there are very tight indeed. The DA this time thinking it can actually pull it off and get into the seat of power and oust the ANC mayor, one Eugene Johnson, rather sad character looking character in Eugene there, lol. But the DA hobbling together, of course, coalition partners by way of the ACDP, the African Independence Congress, the Abantu Integrity Movement, the Freedom From Plus, the PAC, the UDM, and it's still trying to entice a party called the Northern Alliance back into the fold. The question is, can the DA pull it off? And if it does pull it off, can it stay in power? Because staying in power also is contingent on it getting the support, the electoral vote support in council of the EFF, which last time went with the ANC. The EFF itself this time saying, hey, maybe this time we'll go with what it called, quote, the lesser evil of the two. That's the EFF stance on this. But again, for most PE residents, they're just wondering, hey man, can we just get a stable local government, a municipality, a metro that can address the drought, address the fact that there's no water in taps, address the decaying state of the town, and actually get that city back on track? All right, in other news, and perhaps good news in a sense, here on out, KZN is where I take you, where it was a chaotic scene yesterday. As many as 8 robbers fleeing in 2 getaway vehicles after robbing an Empangeni Mall were chased down by police and primarily private security on the N2. Now, here's where it gets rather interesting and perhaps good for those of us who are law-abiding citizens. 5 of those suspects, which there's 8 of them, 5 of those suspects were killed in that ensuing chase and gun shootout, and 3 were wounded and are currently under police guard, of course, in prison. Now, here's where it gets, in hospital. Here's where it gets really interesting. Private security firms are being congratulated and lauded in KZN for their work, and they should be, because you must remember, for every police officer there is in this country, there are 5 private security officers that we, ordinary folks, employ using our money, of course, because the crime situation in South Africa is simply out of control. And you're seeing the effects of that, where they are an invaluable resource in terms of the fight against crime. And I really from this particular article where I saw this, where even the police themselves are quite singing high praise. The suspects will be profiled. That's the suspects who are deceased and, of course, those in hospital. The suspects will be profiled to establish if they are linked to other crimes in the province. Dockets for armed robbery or attempted murder, as well as illegal possession of firearms and ammunition, will be opened against the men. 2 suspects remain in critical condition, in a hospital, while the 3rd is expected to appear in court pretty soon. That, of course, is KZN SAP's Provincial Commissioner, Lieutenant General Nkanhla, who also praised the security companies and police officers who responded. Again, as I cap off on this particular point, well done and kudos to the security officials and the cops in that part of the world. The fight against crime is going to be a long slog, and we'll need every capable man and woman to help us in that regard. All right, more good news, more good news. The ANC literally found itself facing empty seats at its recently held ANC Gala dinner. Remember, this is a gala dinner the ANC hosts yearly, where it sells seats at this event to big business and the business community in order to fundraise. This time, it literally faced a situation where it nearly had to cancel the event simply because the business community, who finally are learning the lesson that schmoozing with the ANC won't help you in any regard, that same business community therefore saying, hey, we might even give this gala dinner a miss. Indeed, even the president's table, which usually, has, seats that are charged as much as 100,000 Rand to sit with the ANC president, had empty seats. I want to read you this piece because I think it summarizes perfectly what happened at this gala dinner. Several seats were empty at the exclusive presidential tables at the event, an initiative which the party uses, of course, to attract funding, can cost as much as 15,000 Rand to R1,000,000. And with its unstable financial affairs, the ANC really needed these funds now more than ever. During his opening address, the treasurer of the party, that's a one Paul Mashatile, said the party had struggled to get people to attend the exclusive gathering hosted by the ANC's Progressive Business Forum. What a misnomer, if anything. The dinner was nearly cancelled when organizers battled to get responses, Mashatile said, adding that he gave them an opportunity to try again. And try again, I hope they do, and be given back again as they should be. Because again, the time of schmoozing up to ANC politicians, and indeed any leftist politicians with their bad ideas, their bad policies, and a track record so bad that it makes Breaking Bad look good, should be coming to an end. All right, folks, that's it from me, Usihle Ngobese. After what has been the first week of this new show, Vuka Nazo. You let me know, have you liked this format? Do you enjoy it? Your feedback is 100% what we work off of here at the Big Daddy Liberty Show. Speaking about Big Daddy Liberty Show, you can find us, remember, on our new website. That's www.bigdaddyliberty.com. You can also find out on the website how you can support the show with a monthly contribution. We are 100% dependent on you guys and your support. With that being said, a massive thank you once again to everybody who supported the show. Hit that like button and please, please, please share this as widely as possible. With that being said, happy weekend, people. I'll see you next week on Vuka Nazo.